Greetings! Today I'm diving into the wild world of AI video generators. I've put 5 top contenders through their paces. Boy, do I have some interesting results to share. So, what did I ask these AI brainiacs to do? Something simple, or so I thought. Picture this. Ball rolling down a green slope. That's it. No fancy camera work, no explosions, just good old-fashioned gravity doing its thing. Before I spill the beans on how each of the AIs performed, let me talk about what I was looking for. First of all, physical accuracy. Does the ball actually obey the laws of physics? You know, the stuff that Newton was on about. 2. Shadows and lighting. Do they look real, or more like a bad vampire movie? 3. Interaction with the environment. Does the ball act like it's actually touching the slope, or is it doing its own anti-gravity thing? 4. Consistency. Am I watching a smooth video or a glitchy mess? 5. Detail and texture. Does the ball look like a ball, or a blob with an identity issue? Plausibility is number 6. By the end, am I nodding my head or scratching it in confusion? Number 7. Contextual awareness. Does the AI understand that slopes are, well, you know, sloped? Last of all, number 8. Overall realism. Does it pass the eye test, even if it is not quite perfect? The contenders for this challenge are as follows: Kling, Luma, Runway Gen 3 Alpha Turbo, Pixverse, and Pika. Alright, drumroll please. Let's see how our AI video stars fared. So what happened with Kling? What it did nail was the shadows, the lighting, and smooth motion. What it missed was physics. What physics? The end result left me scratching my head. It achieved an average score of 3 out of 5, which is top of the class. Next up was Luma. It was good on visual smoothness, but where it missed the mark was that the ball might as well have been a ghost for all the interaction it had with the slope. The average score was 2.18 out of 5. Solid, but room for improvement. Runway Gen 3. You'd think this would do rather well. Runway Gen 3 is usually pretty good on things. It was good on shadows and details, so crisp you could frame them. But like Kling, it was let down by seemingly ignoring the laws of physics. And indeed reality. Hallucinating another ball coloured red, and then introducing a completely different scene overlaid on the original one. The average score was 2.36 out of 5, which is not too shabby. Then we come to Pixverse. It was good with shadows, but as far as the ball was concerned, it seems to have had a mind of its own when it came to physics. It scored 1.73 out of 5, which is the middle of the pack. Last of all, we have Pika. Well, it didn't really nail anything. It was just in the game. It missed the mark on practically everything. Score was only 1.18 out of 5. Better luck next time, buddy. So on to the verdict. Well folks, what can we say? These AI generators are like that one kid in the art class. Great at making things look pretty, but when you ask them to draw a straight line with a ruler, it suddenly becomes modern art. All jokes aside, it's pretty amazing that what these AIs can do. They're whizzes at making things look good. Shadows, lighting, smooth motion, you name it. Kling, Luma and Runway Gen 3 especially knocked it out of the park in the visuals department. But here's the kicker. When it comes to actual physics, they're still in the it's complicated phase of the relationship. Not a single one of my contestants could nail the realistic end state of the ball. It's like they all agreed, physics, nah, we'll improvise. The takeaway? AI video generation is making some seriously impressive strides in the looks department. But when it comes to understanding and recreating the physical world, well, just let's say Isaac Newton can rest easy for now. But don't worry, I'm not done with putting these AIs through their paces just yet. I've got a whole series of physics simulations lined up to really test their mettle. Next up, I'll be challenging them to animate a paper aeroplane soaring through the air, and I'll also be looking at simulating pouring liquid. I wonder how well they'll do on the physics for those. Until then, here's a complete spreadsheet of the results, just so you can see what kind of scores each of them achieved.